This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
And we're back.
Reminds you of summer.
No bitterness.
It's a very good beach beer.
Take on the world, one beer at a time.
What is going on? And welcome to Take on the World Beer Review with
Johnny
and Mike D. And Johnny's wearing sunglasses at night.
We have no idea.
Yeah, we'll never figure it out. So the beer we have today is a very special beer that was hand delivered on ice
All the way from
Tallahassee, Florida.
the sunny state of Florida.
I want to thank Casey from Deluxe Edition with Casey and Ray.
Love you guys,
Who,
by the way.
who dropped this off for me. I don't get to see him much since he moved to Florida, but when he's up here, he does make a point to stop by and see me, which is awesome. And he brought 2 beers for us. This will be the first of those 2 reviews. And while we're talking about Deluxe Edition, let's talk about Deluxe Edition Network.
So
Hang on.
go ahead.
So what you want to do is go to deluxeeditionnetwork.com and check out all the great podcasts on there. We're a proud part of the network. And every month they have a spotlight podcast, 2 of them. And one of the 2 is In a Pickle and Johnny.
In a Pickle is a show devoted to the less glamorous side of sports. Each week, Dave and Sarah discuss how players, teams, and cities had it all and then lost it to drugs, alcohol, murder, and stupidity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum. So this is just like our favorite sport ever, Michael.
Okay. Professional wrestling.
Worldwide professional, whatever you call it. Wrestling, yes.
Okay.
And it happens everywhere, and we love it. It's a great story because even though it might be fake, it is all the real.
But the stories that In a Pickle does are real stories, and it really shows that there's a sullied side to sports.
Yes.
So
And it is. So
if you're a sports fan, if you like comedy, true crime, and sports, it's all in one show. Check them out. It's In a Pickle Radio, IAP Radio.
and even your favorite teams make the dumbest mistakes.
That's true. That's true. The other of the 2 is Growing Up Bananas. It's a podcast that'll explore the internal battle, not just of Asian immigrants, but all immigrants. They give their personal side of what it's like to be an Asian immigrant. I when I first heard this, I'm like, why bananas? And they said it right there. Why bananas? Banana was a slur for Asian persons who had lost touch with their heritage. So
I did not know that.
It must be a Asian slur on Asian people. I don't know, because I've never heard that, and I'm about as white as they come.
I mean, why bananas? Because you're Asian. Go ahead and be Asian.
They
let
felt
all your Asian out.
So they talk about those struggles and what it's like to be an immigrant. So check them out. Growing Up Bananas.
And give me your recipes.
Anyway, yeah.
If you have them.
deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Look for the Spotlight podcast. So now we are on to our beer, and this is Proof Brewing Company Mango Evil Kiss. Now there are several Evil Kisses on their website. This is the mango. I will reserve my comments on it. Why don't you give us a little background on the brewery there, John?
Yeah, it's founded by Byron and Angela Burroughs in 2012. Proof Brewing Company's pride itself on being the industry leader in innovative beers. Proof Brewing Company provides big, bold, flavorful beers and remains committed to the true artisanal brewing methods in an evolutionary industry. Tallahassee, fuck that up, sorry.
They've won a bunch of awards.
Tallahassee's first craft production brewery featuring a 20-barrel brew house, refined tasting room, and outdoor beer garden. The brewery has received numerous awards and recognition from the world-renowned Hunnefu Day World Beer Cup. I probably butchered that, but folks, it doesn't matter. You all know what it is.
They got awards.
The best Florida beer. That's saying a lot. Paste Magazine and Wine Enthusiast.
So this beer is 5.2%. It's a Berliner Weiss, which is a
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
It's a wheat beer.
Wheat
beer. It's got a mango flavor. There's really not much information on their website about the beer itself. So let's just crack this open and try it.
Let's get into it.
Crack it.
I mean, after all, won the Hunnefu's Day.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, dude.
I don't know. The best beer in Florida. I thought like Miller Lite would be the best beer in Florida.
Really?
Or
something for old people.
Some kind of like
Stroh's.
some kind of old beer, like with Schlitz.
Yeah, Schlitz. The only place that Schlitz is still sold. So it's got a little cloudiness to it, which
is very light. I thought it'd be darker.
It's indicative of a wheat beer. Really good fucking body.
Smells fruity. Michael, we're like wine connoisseurs.
So
you know this?
I want to talk about a couple of the other beers that are coming up before we taste this.
I want to talk about why I have a red spot on my eyeball. Never mind.
We have another beer from Florida that Casey brought up. And then we have several beers coming up over the next few weeks or months from one of the first artisanal breweries in Central America. So there's like 4 styles of beer that we're going to be checking out. I enjoyed them. I don't think they were the best craft brews I've ever had, but they were good. And I had 5 or 6 different breweries from Panama when I was down there.
This lifelong quest might kill us.
That's okay. I'm fine with it.
I'm happy with it. I mean,
so let's taste this up.
I died in Saipan of botulism. I'm okay with that.
So, what do you think? I'm gonna let you go first because I've tasted this before and I formed an opinion prior to this tasting.
I can't give an opinion after the first sip.
Okay, take another sip.
I will, but I won't. Unless you want me to.
I want you to.
First sip review?
No, take another sip and then review it.
Okay.
I'll take another sip with you. Yeah, go ahead.
Because it grows on you.
This one does.
Beers change.
As the temperature changes, as you drink it.
As your palate changes.
Your palate?
Your Krav Maga.
First impression.
First impression was very light and winey. Second impression was very light and fruity. I didn't get a hint. I got like almost like a I don't even drink wine, but it was like almost like a damn it. I don't know. Help me out here.
Well, this is a beer that we're gonna have a differing opinion on. I don't get winey from it at all. What I got was my first sip. I thought, holy shit, this is sour.
I could see, but yeah, maybe a little bit of sour.
But it's not a sour.
It doesn't taste sour.
It doesn't taste sour, but you get that sour sip.
It wants to be sour
in that first bite, and then you drink the next sip, and you get sweetness. You get mango.
Yes, the second you said that's so crazy. You said that. The second sip, I got the sweetness, the mango. The first sip, I did not get that. I got like a sour, almost like wannabe wine, but it's not because I don't know. I don't really drink wine.
I think the carbonation is on point.
Well, let's have at her again.
Yeah, I'm going with my second sip review.
And I'm taking big sips here.
I know. It's like you haven't had anything to drink all day.
Yeah. It's almost like I've been moving furniture and boxes all day long for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
My knees feel that. So if you were rating this on Untappd, you know that the drill 1 to 5 in 0.25 increments.
I don't think I would give this one a very high. It's not something I would want to. It's not something I would order. It's not bad.
So you're saying
like
you wouldn't order it, but if someone bought it for you, drink it.
If somebody ordered me anything that had alcohol in it, I drink it. I mean, it's like so that's where I'm coming from. I would probably say somewhere in the threes.
Somewhere in the threes.
Mid threes.
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
So we're right on par. It's not a bad beer. It's not my favorite beer ever.
Is this something?
Now, I would buy this one again.
Is this something? Well, I mean, as far as Florida's, what was it? Florida's beer of choice.
Well, Proof is Florida's beer of choice, not necessarily this brew.
Well, I mean, if I'm out at the beach and I've been slaying waves all day long, and
I could drink this one on the beach.
Well, I could drink this on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like sometimes we, as a podcast, Michael, might do beer tasting a disinjustice.
I'm sure we do.
Because we don't figure in the factors. Like, we're not on the beach all day long getting pounded by waves and sand and hot women and sun, where we would take this and be like, oh my God, I'm so dehydrated, and this is the best beer I've ever tasted in my life. We're stuck in a cave.
Yes.
Not stuck, but we're in the anthracite coal country.
We're in a cave in the coal region.
Yeah. And
we're not in Tallahassee.
But I can appreciate this, but wouldn't be my go-to.
I do appreciate this beer, and I agree with you. It's not my go-to. But I would intentionally buy this again. If I saw it someplace, I'd buy it again.
Let me take another sip, and I'll.
So we have always said we're not professional beer reviewers. We're not giving you the snooty beer reviews. We're giving you what we taste and what we like and what we don't like. And your taste may be different. I would give this one a shot if I was you. You may not find it.
I would not intentionally buy this beer.
Okay, I would.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just own it, bro. Own it.
I just did.
Okay, it's owned. So we took on Proof Brewing Company, Tallahassee, Florida, Mango Evil Kiss. Now you go take on the world one beer at a time. Yeah.
And I'm not going to throw the rest of this out.
Oh, you won't buy it, but you'll drink the rest of the can.
Like I said before.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
And we're back.
Reminds you of summer.
No bitterness.
It's a very good beach beer.
Take on the world one beer at a time.